one of a kind, it can't be duplicated. Took a break, but now it's time to get rejuvenated. You can hate it, but it's nearly complete. Upper echelon nigga and I'm really discreet. Really unique, critique shit that they couldn't fathom. Fall asleep and live my dream shit that they couldn't imagine. I'm swagging, and I ain't bragging, this is just the way I talk. Smooth bop with it, nigga, this is just the way I walk. It's dark, but I bring bright light to the grime. Overload, poker nose, probably pipe of your dime. So controlled, I can mold all types of your minds, motherfucker. You a sucker, and I get right to my grind.
Check this out, it's From the Ground Up Podcast, episode 89. It's cold, it was just warm yesterday, it was 84.
Terrible, now it's 48.
Yeah, I went to a birthday party yesterday, it was like warm. I had a t-shirt on, right? And we was in the house. We was outside for a while.
Yeah.
We was in the house, did a happy birthday.
Right.
Literally like 10 minutes later, I went outside like, damn, like,
Yeah.
crazy.
I was outside all day yesterday. Cool, I went inside, took a nap, I was hungry.
You ain't ball yesterday?
Went outside, what you said?
You ain't ball yesterday?
No, we had a tournament. My kids had a tournament.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so, but you know, we was outside. I think I Ubered to get some food or something. I went out in like sandals, no socks.
Stop. You Ubered to get some food?
Yeah, man.
You don't do Uber Eats?
What I wanted wasn't on Uber Eats.
Do you trust Uber Eats?
I did it twice. Yeah, like I pay you, you bring my food.
Nah, it's more like you bring my food, my drip drop it.
Right. Nah, I didn't use Uber Eats.
Is it sealed?
It depends what you get. But nah.
What if I want McDonald's?
Yeah, if you want McDonald's, it's not sealed. But so you trusting the people who made the McDonald's in the first place, so you just taking it a step further and trusting whoever gonna bring it to you.
It's two trusts, man. I mean,
it's a lot of
it's
trust.
hard not to trust one. Anyway, yo, we got. Say your name for me, sir.
Art Morrison III.
The third. Is your
Yeah.
name actually Art or is it?
It's Arthur, named after my dad. R.I.P.
Yo, I thought your name was Ardell.
Really?
No, it's so dumb. I thought it was A-R-D.
Nah, Art, A-R-T.
Arthur.
Yeah, King.
You look like fucking Arthur.
See, now it makes sense, right?
Yeah. So, Art, you know, I've known Art for a while. Me and my guys, his other friends, we call him Babe Bro. hey, yo, what's up with I can't think of the names. I was gonna say the other name. I don't know if you want to say that name, but what's the other two? I didn't want to say that, but you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah. Yo, so Mace, Mace went on
there
it.
we
Yeah, he went on to play in the NFL shortly.
Word?
Yeah, he did his thing. He like.
No, you did. You posted that, right?
Yeah.
And then the light skin one.
And Eric.
He's a promoter or something, right?
He does everything. Promoter, videographer. That's someone who's supposed to come.
Yeah. That'd be
He's
nice.
big. He has like a whole fashion brand.
Yeah?
Yeah, he does a lot of things.
Maybe I'll get him on too.
Yeah, he would love to.
That's dope. I was following him on, I want to say Instagram, yo.
Yeah, he's good at that stuff. He's all into aesthetics. So like, if you go on his page, it looks like an official, like, you know what I mean?
So that's what you're doing. So I remember you posted Mace.
Yeah, Mace does similar to what I do now. He like trains kids and stuff, but
Yeah.
he's still a freak of nature. Like, he does speed training, strength, all that.
You should,
Yeah,
because he could visually see it.
exactly.
You catch the joke or not?
Nah, I didn't see it.
Because you know his eyes always are wild. That's my guy though. So we got Art. So I known Art for when I first met him, basketball, correct?
Yeah.
Was that high school or was you done high school then?
Yo, I had finished. I was doing like a prep year when we met. When
That
he was
might have
rocking
been
with bro.
senior year?
It was like my senior year. I did like a year of prep school, and so you caught me when I was going like into college.
Right.
Yeah.
So you balled through high school, and what school was that?
I went to Bridgewater.
Damn, you went to Bridgewater?
Yeah, bro. Local. 4 straight counties. Section.
Hold on, well, where was you staying at? Was you staying in?
Nah, I was with bro. Who's Edison?
You was Edison. So how did you end up in Bridgewater? Oh, your family too. Your
Yeah, it was a lot going on. So like
Yeah.
my parents was getting divorced. They was moving. My dad lived one place. My mom lived another.
Right.
You know what I mean? They could afford what they could afford. So I was like kind of, I think bro owned a property in Bridgewater. So we was like just using that address so I could go to a good school.
Well, did you go to school specifically for basketball, or
Yeah.
academics as well,
Yeah. I mean, school is school.
or it's ball?
Yeah, but it was ball. My brother, that's where he went, and he knew the coach, and they
Right.
were a powerhouse at the time. So the coach was all down for whatever would make them
Right.
better. and had me go there. But academically, it was a good choice as well. The environment was good. The school I was in before was like real urban. It wasn't a good school. You know, there was a lot of violence and stuff like that. And so bro tried to pull me and put me in a better environment.
Yeah, he always been like that.
From a ball standpoint, especially, like it was a good school, good team, so it made sense.
Was you top of the ranks in your school?
Nah, so that was the thing. I started and all that. I was a good player. I was known in the area, but nothing crazy. Like,
What'd you run? Small?
small forward.
I thought so.
Yeah. At the time, I was probably like power forward. You know, in high school, I kind of developed throughout college. But high school, it wasn't. If you would tell somebody back then, like, oh yeah, Art would go, he'd play college, play professionally, you know, teach basketball for a living, have a very large basketball company. No, like it wouldn't make sense. I wasn't that good.
So you was mediocre.
I was super mediocre.
You used to be talking cash shit though.
Nah, by the time we met, I was nice.
Oh, I was about to say.
Yeah,
you
I
used
was
to be talking like, what? Like they had the court in the back. I seen you shoot a few jumpers. It's like, jumpers okay.
Nah, I was. By that time, I was the real deal because I had like that 19-year-old like strength. I was dunking crazy. I got a couple of college scholarships, and now you're feeling yourself.
Nice.
Yeah.
So where did you go to college? Can you stop moving, please? I have my daughter. By the way, y'all probably see the corner of her. Just say what's up to her real quick, please. They can't just say hey. Come on, make your presence be known. All right, won't get out of there. But, what college did you go to?
So I went to Caldwell University right in North Jersey. I stayed home.
Yeah, we dropped you off there before.
Yeah. I think we were in a. Bro had like the BMW 750 with like 6 of us in it.
Right.
I don't know if you was there,
Nah,
but this was like on my college visit.
We came in the Intrepid.
Yeah, that was see. So you was like after. You was
Right,
the
right.
after effects. Yeah.
So what school was that? Was that the same school?
Yeah. All the
Because
same.
we drove kind of far.
Yeah, it's like 50 minutes north.
Right, north. Yeah. Was you balling there?
Yeah, I played well. So, my freshman year there, it was supposed to be a big year, but I actually, I was ineligible. Long story short, my credits, since I moved so much from my parents getting divorced, they didn't line up. So, I had to sit a whole year my freshman year
Without balling.
without balling. So
Just
I
to
was
get
just
these
there. I
grades
practiced every day, all that, couldn't play.
Right.
So they took that whole year. But my sophomore and junior year, I played extremely well. I think my sophomore year, but technically my freshman year,
Right, basically.
was, you know, I was like number 2 in scoring, like off the bench though, like things like that. I had a real good year. Junior year, I killed. I did well.
Did you stay there? Or did you go to another school?
No, I stayed the whole time. So, okay, college is 4 years. I stayed all 4 years, but I virtually played 2.
Right.
Like I played 2 years worth of games.
Why only 2 if you missed the first one?
'Cause my senior year, I tore my knee
Oh, yeah. You got
early
it.
on, yeah.
Off topic, what did you go to school for though? What was your major?
My major started off as computer science. I ended up switching it to communications
Okay.
because computer science was just too demanding with ball.
Right.
I
It
was
wasn't
like-
lining up right.
It wasn't lining up right now. And, you know, it was difficult. I didn't have that much time, so my grades started slipping. So I couldn't afford them to slip because I had to get back in good, you know, eligibility standing. So,
Right.
Yeah.
So, senior year, you get injured. How early in the year though?
yeah, it was like this 5th or 6th game. It was
early.
It was wild early, yeah. It was like December 16th. You know, the season starts like November 16th.
Is this school D1 or
Division 2.
Division 2?
Yeah, NCAA Division 2.
I didn't find out like the D's until maybe 8 years ago.
Yeah, no,
I
it's,
didn't know.
it's a lot of D's in Jersey.
I didn't. Come on, man. Wait. We're gonna stop this right now. Do not gay brand me. Put the pause. Because I'm not the one thinking of dick. If you say pause, you're thinking it.
Nah,
But nah,
somebody out there might be thinking. I just wanted to.
I'm not thinking of it. I'm not gonna say pause.
So be clear, no more pause for the rest of the
No
interview.
pause. Winter, can you stop moving, please? Okay. When you do that, you make me nervous. All right. Sit still. Take your iPad. Go in the other room with the charger, please. All right.
I'm hungry.
All right. We'll go in there and look at
You gotta
food
get the girl
stuff.
some food.
Where's
Uber
food
Eats.
stuff?
I don't trust not with a kid. Man. So damn, 5 games, 6 games.
Yeah, man, it was early. Like that was the devastating part. If it
So
was the end, it was
typically, how many games in a year?
25.
25.
Yeah, if you don't make playoffs.
Did you make playoffs? Did your team make playoffs?
Honestly, more. The team that year after I went injured, they didn't win one more game. And I'm not even saying that to like you know
So
what I mean.
the 5 you played, y'all won.
Yeah.
And then you got injured. They went on a complete losing
I
streak?
would say if we played 6, it might have been 7 games. I would say we was like 5-2 or 4-3 or something like that.
Right.
Yeah, nothing crazy. We wasn't undefeated. Then I go down and
Yeah.
we ain't win. But we had a winning record. I know that.
And then you went down and just was
We ain't win no more
star
games.
player going.
I was a senior. You know what I mean? I think we had a lot of talent that year, but they were all young. So like
Yeah,
I was
so-
just kind of like the staple. You know what I mean?
Right.
And just.
When it happened, was you scared? Was your thought process like, yo, my NBA dream is shot right now?
Yeah, I like in everything that I do or anything that anyone does, you always should see like a next step, like
Right.
always. So when that happened, it was a weird feeling. For a split tiny second, it was like, dang, yo, like, maybe this is not gonna. And then after that, it was like, nah, like it still can, and it's gonna be
Right.
that much more glorious and amazing when it does. You know what I mean? So
Right.
it didn't last long. I'm not gonna lie. The idea of not playing or whatever, it didn't last long at all.
Right.
Because I wasn't even supposed to be there. I just told you, like, high school I was mediocre. Middle school I was garbage. I had like 17 points in a whole season.
Ooh.
Like averaged like 1.2 points a game
Right.
in like 7th grade. You know what I mean? So I wasn't even supposed to be a scholarship athlete. You know what I mean? Like, and I was
But
there.
You made it though.
Yeah, and it's not a big. I ain't go to Duke or nothing like that, but like that's a big feat. Now everybody gets that opportunity. So for me, it was like nobody definitely expected for me to get that opportunity.
Right. So when you went down to your ends, did you try to go pro still or?
Yeah. So basically, I went through the whole rehabilitation for my knee. So it's 2 parts. It's prehab, which is like the month before surgery where they strengthen the muscles so you don't lose too much after they cut you open.
Right.
After they cut you open, obviously you have to do all the exercises and stuff to rebuild your strength, right?
Right.
So long story short, in prehab, it did so well that I actually ended up like warming up with the team and stuff because they was questioning if he was even hurt. Like I was still dunking, like it was like on some freaking nature kind of stuff.
Right.
And that is honestly probably contributed to me not being so down because I felt like
Oh yeah, your spirits was.
My spirits
if
was
your spirits
up.
is low, then is you not even trying? You just like, man, I
Yeah.
can't do this, even though you probably really can.
yeah. No, my energy was up. I walked just fine. Everything was cool. And the rehab folks, what do you call it? The doctor, I guess. They were like, yo, this is crazy. We've never seen this before. Blah blah blah. Cool. They cut me open. After that, obviously, I was down. Nothing you could do. I had a big brace. Couldn't walk. Supposed to be down for like 4 weeks. Like 6 weeks on crutches. Like all that.
Oh, wow.
It took me like 10 days. I was up walking. In 20 days, I was walking with no brace.
Right.
So I took that as, yo, this is God, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
in that time, that month of prehab, and then that 20 days where like I was on crutches and stuff, and I'm seeing that I'm recovering quick, I was like applying for like jobs. I was applying for like NBA internships or like sales positions, marketing, like anything, you know,
Right.
trying to, all right, let me be an adult, I'm about to graduate, I'm injured, basketball dreams are done.
Done. Okay.
But when my recovery was going crazy and I'm hearing whispers among like coaches and the doctors like, yo, we never seen this before, blah, blah. It was like almost like a movie to me. So I'm like, yo, like this, I have to fulfill, you know what I mean? And I remember one day I
It's
was,
happened now.
yeah, I was sitting in bed, my leg propped up and I was applying to jobs. The job I applied for, I put this in my book, the job I applied for was the Brooklyn Nets video intern or something like that. So like I would analyze their video.
Right.
And edit it, whatever the case,
Yeah.
right? But I was an intern, so I would be learning under somebody. No big deal, good job, good position. I knew somebody who would work for Brooklyn, so it was like kind of a shoe-in. And like at the time, Brooklyn was the worst team in the league. And I'm sitting in bed, I'm like, yo, am I really about to be a video editing intern for Jay-Z's team who hasn't won a game, has the worst record in
Right.
NBA history?
Yeah, that
I'm
was
like,
trash right there.
I'm like, hell no, yeah. So I remember, this sounds dramatic, but like I slammed my laptop shut, and I was like, yeah, I'm not applying for jobs. I'm about to put this work in and do whatever's necessary to play professional basketball.
play ball.
Like, that was my dream, and obviously, you know how that ended.
I don't know how I ended. Well, the people don't know how I ended.
So yeah, long story short, I worked back. I ended up, you tear your ACL. I tore my ACL and meniscus fully torn, so it's 6 to 8 months.
Right.
I was cleared in 5.
Right.
And I trusted myself so much that I actually paid the bread and put myself in like an exposure camp for overseas at the exact 5-month mark.
Right.
Knowing that I wasn't supposed to be cleared for 6 to 8. So I took that gamble and I was cleared.
Right.
I ended up being like all first team for the tournament. I didn't get MVP. I was like runner up or something. And that didn't even help me. What helped me was that gave me the confidence. After that, yo, I paid probably like a grand total and like a bunch of subscriptions for like, basically I pretended to be my own agent.
Right.
Seriously.
Smart thing though.
Yo, I emailed over 1,000 teams, like every team in the world, from Turkey to
Oh, this is international.
international, yeah.
Right.
Every single team I emailed, I sent them like my little press kit, my highlight tape. I had a good highlight film out of college. Yo, long story short, man, somebody like 2 or 3 teams bid. One team put the money up.
Yeah.
And I signed, and it was like, yo, I really did it. I earned.
Where was that at?
Portugal. I played in Portugal.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, man. So,
I remember though.
Yeah.
Instagram wasn't popping in. It was.
Yeah,
Facebook.
it was like just kind of popping.
Facebook was.
I'm so mad at such dope like European pics with the
I'm trying to think,
cobblestone.
where did I see your stuff? Did I see it on Facebook or was it Instagram?
It was probably Facebook first, but like it was on Instagram.
Right.
It was definitely on Instagram.
But I remember seeing.
Sure. If I had the Instagram story and Snapchat and
Yeah.
all that at the time.
You had videos up though.
Yeah, I did have videos, but it just wasn't the same. Like the way you could push out content now and the audience.
Facebook wasn't super popping. Twitter was popping.
Yo, it was like Facebook was dying, Instagram was on the up and coming, so neither was like popping.
If IG was popping, you'd have been.
Sure, if IG was popping, I would have been on some other stuff.
Bro,
man.
right now. They were like, yo, Art, can I get an interview, please?
Yeah. Yo, word.
When you get to the States.
Add me on Insta at Art Morrison
Yeah.
III. That's 3 I's. At
Word.
Art Morrison III. ART Morrison.
So how long you there for?
Yo, so I was there for the contract was 6 months. I did 4 months. So
Hold on. Was they speak English out there?
everywhere speaks English to a certain extent.
Yeah.
but
So is it hard? Was it hard for you to jump into that whole? Was a team? Was they speaking English? I mean,
yo, so yeah, so
That transition gotta be
it'd be like
crazy.
2 or 3 players that speak your language, but you're being paid and flown in from America.
Right.
So like you're the star.
Yeah.
There's like no question about it. So like they gotta learn how to communicate with you.
Right. Oh, okay.
Me, I'm a good person. I'm like trying to learn the language. I wanted to adapt the culture, but I mean it was like 2 or 3 players that spoke English. I would talk. It would translate for me. It would talk. Somebody would
Yeah.
translate like that. The coach spoke English well, which was
Right.
cool.
That was good. That's perfect.
But for me too, I knew like you in America, you know Spanish.
Yeah.
Spanish is very similar to Portuguese. Portuguese is like Spanish, but like with this European like twist on it.
Yeah, yeah.
But like if you can read Spanish, you can read Portuguese, and like pronouncing it is a little different. But you know, like I picked it up. Especially you hungry, you want to eat, you want to order food, you got to pick it up.
Everybody's favorite.
Yeah, you got. I picked it up fairly quick, and it's
Right.
all you hearing too. So your mind subconsciously like you just pick up that language.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
But like you was having fun though. In the videos I seen, it was.
Yo, it was like this, man. I'll play for free. I still, like teams offer me contracts now, and they're like, crappy contracts. If I didn't have my business,
Right.
like I would bounce. I would go play. It's because if you love ball, they put you up in a house, they give you a car, they feed you. If it's not about the money for you, like it's a dream because
You're still balling.
yo, you
Doing
wake
what you
up
love.
and you ball.
Right.
You go get something to eat. You go back to the gym. You ball. Like that's your job.
Right.
Like imagine that you got to wake up every day and go to work. Be like your job is to get better.
So how old was you at the time? And how long ago was this?
That was 2013. I graduated, so I was 23.
Right. You went to Portugal when you was 23.
Right.
How long was you in Portugal?
So I was in Portugal for 4 months, man. That started the whole reason why I stopped playing overseas. The team lost a sponsor. They couldn't afford to pay me no more.
Right.
So I had to come home.
Right.
Which like sucked, but again, that's what happens when you put your fate in
Yeah.
somebody else's hands. You
Right,
know what I
right,
mean?
right.
It's a whole other story. But so I was there 4 months.
4 months you came back.
Came back.
What was the next move?
Then the next move,
Was it still ball?
it was ball. It was ball. Like I led the league in scoring that year.
Right.
So it was definitely ball. I had teams hitting me, and I invested the money to train. My brother helped me out. He sent me out to Chicago with a friend of his. So I was training with like a bunch of Bulls players and NBA guys. I was playing in the Nike Shy League out there.
Right.
Like Draymond Green and like Jabari Parker was in that league. A bunch of big name players. Just to get the experience to be around some better players.
Right.
Everything was going well. I tweaked my knee a little bit, my other knee.
Right.
And I don't know if it was from like the other one being injured and I overcompensated. I couldn't tell you, but I tweaked it a little bit. I was down for a second. That messed up the recruiting process. But then the contracts I had on the table, I went for the big one. And with the big one, I had to go through an agent.
Right.
And this is a whole nother story, but this agent, he was like a scam agent. You know what I mean? So me being young, not knowing the business or whatever, like he, you know.
Your brother could be no agent at the time?
You got to be certified to be an agent, especially when you're dealing with big money. Anybody can't just be an agent.
You just can't jump in. Yo, this is my brother. I'm gonna.
Yeah, nah, that's like a manager. Like you could be a manager, you get sponsors and all that. But as far as you getting a connection with a team,
you need
and
an
it's
agent.
big money involved,
Okay,
there's usually an agent. You know, you would want an agent or a good one. So the agent ended up like jerking me for money. And you know that summer I dabbled in like the D League a little bit and like some overseas like tryouts and stuff. But to be quite honest, that whole year of experience turned me off. It was like, yo, this is no different than working for somebody.
Right.
Like this is no like I'll lead the league in scoring, and I still had to go home because they didn't, you know, they lost a sponsor, right? Then like I invested the money to train. I was in the best shape of my life. My name was buzzing in Jersey. And then like I had an injury, and then I came back from the injury. I'm ready, and then the agent jerked me. You know what I mean? So
this was just
this series of events was like
mess up after mess. Not even know what mess up. It's just like
things you can't control.
Yeah, just let
you know what I'm
me
saying?
down this one. I had another corner. That corner let me down.
Yeah.
And this corner is come on.
Yeah, man. So, that's basically. I mean, cut me off if you got questions. I'm basically rambling, telling my whole story. But after that, that's when I was like, I gotta figure something out. So I still wanted to play.
Right.
So I'm like, but while I'm home, you know, I could do this, and this for money. So I started my training company.
Right.
I started training kids.
Right.
I had like maybe 20 kids.
What's that time frame though? Because how old are you right now?
Yo, I'm 28 right now.
That happened when you was
24.
This is not too far, not too long ago.
Nah, it's not too long ago at all.
Right.
So I started my company training. I had like 20 kids. I turned it into teams.
Where at?
This is all in Somerset County, right here in Central Jersey.
Right.
From the teams, I started meeting people, and they're like, yo, you know, you should do this or do that. And they don't know I'm the type of person like, oh, word, all right, I'm going to do it.
Right.
And I just did it. So now, fast forward 3 years later, I have I have an after-school program in like 5 school districts.
Yeah, I seen that on your IG where I want to say maybe a year ago I seen it. Maybe 2 years, I'm not sure, but I noticed that you got like the kids camps and everything like that. And that's only something said, is it separated out?
Yo, it's everything. Like the company's so young and they got so successful so fast.
What's the name of the company?
The name of the company is Above Maximum Basketball. So if you go to abovemaxbball.org or you go to @abovemaxbball, you'll find it. If you Google it, you'll find it. Like it's not a small company anymore. It just kind of took off so quick that it was like, yo, I think the colors was like black and white at first. I ain't like it. I changed it to black and yellow. I ain't like it. I changed it to black and orange. Like just trying to find a way because it was getting so big. It was like I don't want this to even be in any way, shape, or form something I don't want it to be.
Right.
So, we had like there's camps and clinics, which is the obvious, right? Private training, which is my favorite. Then we had teams,
right?
Which is the way you could reach the most kids. And then we have the after school program as well.
Right.
But then on top of that, like I'll go in and do like motivational speaking for like high school teams. I'll go do their college teams and high school teams. I'll do their preseason when the coaches aren't allowed to touch them. Right. You know what I mean? Like things like that. I just do everything. I travel doing training. People follow me on Instagram.
All because one person said you should do this?
Nah, this is all because I ain't like working for somebody.
Right.
You know what I mean? I didn't like.
So you put all this together by yourself?
Yeah, I mean.
You know what I need you to do? I need you to go over there. Because you're not even charging it right now, okay? You need to sit still, okay? Stop moving. So you did everything by yourself.
Yeah.
It's still based on basketball at the end of the day.
Yeah, so that was the thing. I found in that whole struggle, I found a whole new talent.
Right.
You know what I mean? It was like, oh shoot, like, I'm kind of good at like this business thing.
You never thought about coaching? I mean, you're young, but you never thought about coaching?
Yeah, but that's still working for somebody. You know what I mean? Like you see what I'm saying?
Like
you
want to have your
if I'm a coach, I coach,
business,
but it's my company I coach for.
Okay.
When I wear a shirt, a little polo, it's my logo that's on the logo.
Right.
So that I fell in love with that part right there, the whole branding process of like, okay, like if I wanted to right now, I could start a men's team and we can play in the pro-ams. I could try to get this in the ABA. It's not hard.
Right.
Like I could do it, you know what I mean? And then I'll play for my own, Michael Jordan, play for the team I own, you know what I mean?
Is your main focus young kids, or is it any age bracket, or is it just from all schools, all ages?
I've trained NBA guys, NCAA guys, like training wise, and our teams go from grades 4 through 12.
Right.
So whoever like basketball, man, like
come to
I can never tell a 21-year-old like, yo, it's over, you washed up, give it up.
Yeah,
Because I was a 21-year-old with a torn knee.
Yeah.
Like I'm playing overseas in 5 months. Like, I
Right,
assure you
right,
are. I had my head coaches
Yeah.
in college like laugh when I said it. Like they thought I was playing.
Yeah.
I was dead serious, and I did it. So I'll train you if you're 21 and you
Right.
just want to be nice for LA Fitness.
Right.
Or I'll train you if you know, if you're fourth grader, you
Right.
could be the worst fourth grader in the world, the best fourth grader.
this is
Like I
just
shake on off.
your personal. You could do like personal trainings. I mean.
Personal training, and then like our teams is open for whoever. Our teams go up to 12th grade.
And teams as far as,
AAU.
and what is that? I'm not familiar with that.
Yeah, AAU is just like, it's travel basketball, but like on a national level.
Right.
So like, you know, we have travel teams that play locally.
I always hear travel teams.
Yeah, but AAU is like, nowadays it's like the NBA for like organizing your own team. So you don't have to play for your high school, your town.
Right.
You can just compile the best teams and
Right.
compete nationwide.
Okay.
So we do that as well.
And that's just all you. And then what's
Yeah,
that?
it's all me.
Tell me names.
Above maximum basketball. So
Right.
above max b-ball as they go by.
And it's doing super great right now.
It's doing amazing, bro. Like
How many teams?
we've had as many as 12 teams. Right now we have 5.
Right.
6 really if you finesse it the right way, but
Mhm.
5 or 6 teams. And that's because we downsized.
Right.
Like I didn't like having 12 teams because I had to hire coaches and I was over delivering. Like
Right.
it's my company, I'm over deliver.
Right.
You hire somebody, they're not gonna do the same. So I think part of my growing process was learning that.
You could keep an eye and your hand on.
Yeah, I hired people and it just got sloppy,
Yeah, it's
and I
too
was like,
much,
yo,
yeah.
that's still my name on your jersey. So
Right.
you know what I mean? If he's
Yeah.
coaching bad, they looking at me. They're not looking at those people.
Yeah,
So
what is Art doing?
Right.
No, what is Arthur?
nah, Art is cool.
They call you Art?
Yeah.
You not gonna say my name is Arthur?
Nah, Arthur. If it depends who I'm talking to. You know, if I'm talking to somebody who I'm,
That's the name of the chat.
you know what I mean? yeah.
I noticed you brought some books. What is this that I see right here?
One's for you. Actually, I'm gonna give you one.
I don't read, but I'm gonna read it.
You're gonna read it short. It's like a 2-hour, not even, a 2-hour read. I don't know how fast you read. I don't want to disrespect you.
I don't even read. You know what I like to do? I like the audio read. Like,
Yeah.
I just sit at my job and it's like, just read your book to me.
Yo, so my birthday is January 16th. So this book released January 16th. It's in
Right.
Barnes & Noble, on Amazon, Kindle, Nook, all of that.
Let me get it closer. 'Cause
Yeah, do you-
what is it? Is this actual?
That's the actual tattoo. I have that real tattoo. Same font.
Where's the scars from though?
The scars is not real, bro.
Oh.
The scars is Photoshop.
I thought maybe
but
it was
they're
like a knee
representation.
scar. Like, is this when I got injured and they cut me?
Nah,
But
nah.
This is book right here. Right here. This is called Overcome.
Overcome.
The key to unlocking your
Superhuman. Absolutely. So, and I'm glad you said you like audiobooks too, because today
Mm-hmm.
is the release date for the audiobook. So you can go on iTunes right now, Audible right now, whatever you use,
Right.
and
Under iTunes.
and cop the audiobook.
Right.
It's up. I think it's like $4.99.
And it's typically you're reading it, right?
Yo, so that's the other thing, right? And you know, I'm all about me being in control.
Right.
Man, I hired a producer, and I'm not gonna like say names with it. I don't even know who he is personally, but
Right.
you know, to do the audiobook. And it was just a hassle, man. So long story short, if you want to get something done right, do it yourself.
Right.
So next time I'm gonna read it. I'm probably
Also,
dropping
somebody else is reading.
somebody else is reading it. It's
I
not
thought
me.
typically the person reads the.
If you
Because I
want.
know- yeah, I felt like you should read because then you put more into the points, into the things that you go through, more emphasis.
Yeah. See,
Rather
I-
somebody reading it because you're like,
Yo, I was
overcome.
conflicted.
The key to unlocking your superhuman. Instead of saying like,
Well, nah, you got to go back and forth and approve of the way they read it.
oh,
So you could send them like, yo, read it like this.
Right.
So I was conflicted because like, yeah, it would have been hot if I read it,
right.
but it also would be expected. Like you expect me to read it.
Yeah, yeah.
So from a third party, it's like even me, like, oh, I have a basketball company, and you go see my company, it's me coaching, and it's like, yeah, like he's,
Okay,
you know what I mean?
yeah,
But like, yo,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
other coaches. It's like, yo, this dude really. So I tried to go that route and
Right.
go the big boy route, but next time I'm just doing myself.
So, what made you want to write a book though?
My story is like amazing, and not even my story. Everybody's story in the world is amazing. That's what the whole book is about.
Right.
But it just started hitting me like, yo, the things that you've overcome,
Right.
the things that you're doing are amazing. Like people don't tear their knees senior year and are ineligible freshman year, play 2 years of college and didn't play professional basketball. Like they
Right.
don't do it. People don't start whole businesses with no business experience, wasn't a business major,
Right.
by themselves, no team of people. People don't do that every day. You know what I mean? So, and this goes for everybody. Like you start pointing out the things that you do that are amazing. So I started like thinking like, yo, this is dope. I can write about that, and this is dope, and that is dope. And I said, yo, I should write a book. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like everybody here that's watching, if you got an Instagram, you already writing a book.
Right.
Every time you try to flex or big yourself up, you're writing a book.
I mean, that's right. You was doing the stories, like something like an overcome on Instagram videos. Are you still doing that?
Yeah, so it was leading up to my book. People didn't know that. But it was just me like slowly telling my story with pictures. Like we all do it. If you were to take all your Instagram captions probably, you know what I'm saying, and put them organized up.
Because you was doing something like, it wasn't every day, I don't think. Or was it every day? You'll be, sometimes you'll be in a pool or
Yeah. I was doing it was like motivational Mondays.
There we go.
So I would tell a quick story like I just told you about tearing my knee or doing this or starting my business.
Right.
And then I would relate it to the everyday person.
Right.
And then I would somehow turn it into motivation.
Right.
Because the whole point of this too is the key to unlocking your superhuman, not art superhuman, your superhuman.
So this is giving you.
It's a self-help book.
So there we go.
So it's autobiography, but it's self-help. So if you look it up on iTunes or whatever, it's under self-help.
Yeah, basically, it's your story, but in the same token,
So at the end of every chapter, yo, there's a blank page for you to actually write.
Are you serious?
For you to actually write your book. Yep. At the end of every chapter, it says your
that's
story.
Fire, yeah.
And you can actually write yours. And they'll tell you. So
Oh, let me put this water down.
I'm gonna give you a quick excerpt. This is the first chapter where I break down my family tree and the things I went through as a youngster.
Right.
And then at the end, it says, without displaying the poor me syndrome or blaming anyone, take 5 minutes or whatever time you need to identify your obstacles, both past and present.
Right.
There's another chapter where we address how we get in our own way, so limit your obstacles to external things. Use the space below for your notes. And it gives you a whole space for you to write, you know what I mean? Brainstorm and write that down. So by the end of the book, what do you have? You have your own book. You have your own story. You got your own superhuman.
And you actually go and look at this, and this can be a motivational push for yourself.
All right. I want everybody to write a book. I'm not I'm not an author.
Has anybody done this yet?
No.
This is fire. I mean, this is thinking out the box.
Yeah, I mean, I don't read that much, but the few books I did read, I stole. Like, Harry Potter
Yeah.
puts like their logo on every page, right? So I took my tattoo, I turned it into a font, and I made sure that was on every page, right?
Right.
If you look, overcome and superhuman is capitalized throughout the book. I got that from Rich Dad Poor Dad.
Okay.
Every time it says rich, it's like italicized. I don't know if you ever read Rich Dad. So I just
I don't
took.
read.
No, he doesn't read.
I'm
But
a young guy.
anybody who reads Rich Dad Poor Dad, which is like the #1 best-selling book of all time, you should read it. It'll help your podcast.
Right.
But I just at all the books I like, I started taking little ideas and I
Right.
took my story and rocked out. People do it, yo. You gotta think it's billions of books, right?
You actually have photos.
And there's pictures at the end to solidify the story. Like I wasn't fabricating. There's pictures there, me overseas or my knee messed up or whatever.
Yo, I just think this is really fire with your story.
Yeah, it's tough, man. I got a second one coming out. It will come out January 16th, 2019.
When did this come out again?
January 16th,
January
2018, yeah.
Um,
I actually started a publishing company just to release the book under my own publishing company because I don't
Right.
like doing I don't play that, bro. Like, you
how
get
well?
burned.
How well has it been doing?
It's done well, man. It could be doing better. To be truthful, I haven't done any real marketing for it. So all my marketing has been friends and family, social media push. My marketing push starts June 1st. I was waiting for this audiobook release, so now I can drop. I have commercials that I shot and things like that. So it'll be Instagram ads and all that.
Are you going to schools, anything like this with this book, or?
Nah. So like I have a company of 1,000 kids that
Right.
could use a story like this.
Right.
So there's fan base #1,
Right.
and then just kind of growing from there. Word of mouth, little internet marketing. Podcasts like this.
Write your story.
Yeah. ArtMorrison3.com, by the way, if you want your book.
There we go.
Yeah.
Write your stories right on the top too as well.
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna see people do this.
Yeah. It's important.
You gotta what's the thing? What do they do again? When you want to keep it and it says yours? Trademark it? Am I saying it right?
Oh yeah, trademark trademark is the right thing. It's trademarked.
I mean, for the your story thing, like you write in the book.
Yeah, I don't think I'm the first person to have you writing. Self-help people write, but usually
I never heard of that though.
Usually self-help. Anytime I took it from books that are like teaching you how to do real estate or teaching you how to, you know what I mean, like things like that. They'll have something where you can write or take notes.
Yeah, but that's teaching. This one is more of
inspiring. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a story being told.
Yeah. People, I don't know if this is sad or what, but, I have loved ones, friends and family. People hit me like, yo, you wrote a hell of a book. I didn't expect that. Like that.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? I get it. I'm not an author, so you wouldn't expect, you think it's cheesy, but it's a
Maybe
good
it's
book.
things that they never knew about you.
It's a good ass book. Yeah, and people learned
Wow,
about me.
he was going through this at that time. I
Yeah,
had no idea.
that's exactly what happens. But yo, that's everybody, Blast, right?
Yeah.
Like if you wrote a book right now, yo, your own family would be
I
like
always think about I should write. But my book is, shoot.
dark.
I mean, it has its ups and downs, but I think the downs is like, I'm not ready to write them downs just yet.
Yeah, no, but when you're ready though, you're gonna feel I feel so much better after I wrote this book. I say some things about my family and stuff in there that they're probably like, damn, that's really how he feels. And I'm happy though, because it's like an
You got it
intervention.
off. Right,
Yeah,
right.
and but then they know you better,
Mhm.
and they're like, yo, and you get a whole different respect and view from people. But it's the view that you want, really.
Has your brother read it?
Yeah.
What do you say?
No, he said it was a hell of a book. My brother knows me probably better than anyone.
Yeah.
So that part wasn't like him learning stuff.
Yeah.
He was more blown away, like, yo, you wrote a good ass book. You branded it well. It wasn't just like, you know what I mean? Whatever BS Times New Roman, you typed it. You know what I mean? Nah, it's like legit published.
Yeah, it
man.
looks great.
Yeah, it's in every platform there is
And
to
it's
get
not,
a book.
It's not
It's
really
there.
a big read. It's you wanna see-
America has ADD now. Like we don't. It's instant gratification.
Short. Well, I've been almost every podcast I talk about to somebody when it even comes to listening to music or watching videos. I just got finished saying before, it's so bad that if you post a link to a video, they won't click the link. They'd rather be able to hit the play button right
Yo,
now.
absolutely. Even if you hit that play button and you look at the timer and say 14 minutes, boop, next one.
That's why now I learned to.
You gotta give snippets. Everybody likes snippets.
That's what I do now. I used to put the whole thing out because my joint, I know it's too much. Somebody see like, damn, 62 minutes? Man, I'm not about to listen.
Yeah.
But then you do have people. Because me, I listen to 2-hour episodes.
Really? So if you want to listen to a 2-hour episode, you can listen to 4 half-hour episodes.
Yeah, but that's what I do.
Right.
But I've learned to put it out in bits and pieces. Like
Yeah.
I'll make a collage of, I chop it up to where, like you said, the most main parts, I'll put a 4-minute video out. Then I put another 3 minute. Because it's more digestible at the end of the day, man.
Mm-hmm.
But this is a short read. It's
It takes like an hour and a half, 2 hours.
we have, let's see.
It's like a song, right? If Drake dropped a song right now and it was 6 minutes, like it wouldn't, right? It wouldn't blow it. Like the last song he dropped was like a little over 2 minutes, and you play it on repeat.
Everybody's doing 2
Right.
minute songs, man.
Repeat, yeah. So the same thing with the book. I want you to read it and be like, oh shoot, let me go back and read this, or let me go back to that chapter.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because I don't want the attention to be on like Art's story. You
I'm
know?
gonna read this. No lie. I'm not gonna lie, because I lie a lot.
Yeah.
I take the bus. This is gonna be perfect.
Yeah.
This is gonna keep me away from using my goddamn phone that I shouldn't be on all the time.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna take this to work with me tomorrow. It takes me about an hour on the bus.
Yeah, you probably bust it out. Like you there and back, working back, like you'll finish it.
Nah, I'll just take the bus back home. So
That's what I mean. So do you take the bus to work?
no,
Oh, just home.
just home.
Yeah, you're
So
not
I'll
be gone
probably
2
read it,
days.
and I'm probably gonna be like a weirdo. I'm gonna be walking home.
Reading the book.
It's not on his phone.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, bro. And if you want to be on your phone, the audio book is now out, man.
I want to
iTunes.
read it, man. I want to read it myself, man.
Yeah,
Because it's from you.
I appreciate that, man.
Like I said, it's about,
Like 110 pages, I think.
it says 91, so I want to say about,
It's easy to read, big font, man. It's clear.
yeah, it's big.
Yeah,
That's
easy to
true.
read.
So the book, you said this is January, right?
That dropped in January. The audio book dropped yesterday.
You plan to do another one, you said?
Yeah, I'm gonna drop another one. I got same tattoo on the other arm. It says "Believe."
Believe and overcome. What's the meaning behind those tattoos?
You believe first, you overcome second. So,
Right.
You know what I mean? Your eyes is on the prize. On the way to the prize, you gotta jump some hurdles. So they go hand in hand to me. So the Believe book is gonna be about, like, this stops when I sign my contract overseas. Or not even, like when I got the email
Right.
saying like, yo, here's the contract. And then Believe is gonna take you from there, where it's like, yo, I finally got my dream, and you know, there was still things to overcome, and that's
Right.
when you start to accept you're superhuman. You know what I mean?
Hold on. Not yet. You can wait. Okay? You're so anxious. Yeah, I want to talk about something that I think people may know or may not know. I know because I've known you. Your nephew,
Uh-huh.
Jackson. You've been there from day one.
Yeah.
Basketball?
Yeah, he's still hooping. He had a game
What about
today.
as far as schooling as well?
School, he's doing well.
I mean, have you been on him as far as like academic wise?
Yeah, so I was away for almost a year.
Yeah.
But before that, I definitely was on him. It gets tough, man, like to be open, because that's at the end of the day, that's not your kid. You know what I mean? So.
But you treat him as your kid.
Yeah, like I want to see him be great. I know everything that I went through as a kid and
Right.
kind of where kids' head is at sometimes when he's
Right.
going through certain things. But it's just a matter of, I can't really explain. You love someone, you want to see them be great.
Right.
You're gonna try to give them everything that you didn't get.
Right.
You know what I mean? Especially from a knowledge standpoint.
Right.
And hopefully they can manifest that. You can't force it on them. Like, I could give him everything I ever didn't know,
Right.
and give him the keys that I think
But
are
you
the
may not-
keys.
you
But like,
may
if he
not
wants to
want
be
to
an
do that.
artist,
Yeah.
or like
A football player.
he wants to be a freaking gymnast. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, okay, so now my keys ain't for his door.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
Don't sit on that.
it's a matter of like that right there.
Yeah.
Not saying that that's happening right now, but
It
I'm
looks
trying to
like he's
stay
into
my.
basketball though.
Yeah, he's into basketball. He was doing well with football, but like I said, man, America, football's a slow sport. That's why it's dying out in general, man. It's like
Is he a part of your?
he's like the poster boy
Right.
of my company. Yeah,
Oh, that's dope.
yeah, man, like the face of it. So he had a game today, played well. People stop him after the game, say who is he?
Right.
He's a good player. Yo.
So he's on the travel team and all that as well.
everything we do, he's in it.
Right.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
Yeah, that and I control that, right? You asked me earlier, like, why don't you get into coaching? Like, I could get a job in a high school,
Right.
a middle school, whatever. I could coach whatever. I can't say, yo, you come with me.
Yeah.
You can't.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You don't
Yeah.
have that control. You can't say, I want our jerseys to be this color.
Right.
Now I want to coach this way.
Right.
This is what we're wearing when we coach. Like
Right.
I like control, man.
Being though that you said you want to keep it small.
I don't want to keep it small.
I mean, do you ever think about expanding to other states, making this to a worldwide thing? Because is it just now in Jersey?
Yo, so yeah, it's right now it's in Jersey, but it's wherever I am. So here's the thing with Instagram, Facebook, and the internet, we have like a real popping website and a YouTube channel with like online tutorials and workouts you can follow.
Right.
Because of that, we get kids from all over and they want private training. And sometimes I'll fly out and work them out, and I'll make moves if it makes sense financially.
Right.
But I want to get it to a point where whether it makes sense or not financially, I'll do it because I want to, like I love it, and
Right.
it's a way to reach somebody else and grow the brand. As far as like the camps and the teams, I'll probably keep that to Jersey just out of love for Jersey. But as far as me doing training and maybe like the after school program, I'll put it wherever. But the further it gets away from you, like McDonald's first burger was banging. You know what I mean? Like now you couldn't pay me to eat a McDonald's burger. You know what I'm saying? Just because I know that.
I will. With mac sauce.
But you get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
their burger is probably still good, but I can tell you right now it's not the same quality as that first
When they
McDonald's
first started.
burger. No, it's not. So
If somebody wanted to personal train in out of state, would you do it? Like, say for instance, somebody's in Wyoming. Is that a state?
Wyoming is a state.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe it's not. That's a good question. Yeah, Wyoming is a
Should be
state.
there. I didn't say. So it was in Wyoming. It was like, hey, Art, I want you to train me. I got let's say my college or whatever's coming up or whatever. And would you do something like that?
Yeah. So the way I do the flyouts is you pay for the training, and then you pay for travel and lodging.
Right.
So if you have the money,
Also,
I'll gladly do it. Yeah, like I'm not gonna.
Turn it down. So
Like right now, I'm growing, so like maybe I'll pay for the flight and still make sure they take care of my lodging and the training.
Right.
You know what I mean? But ultimately, I want it to be like, yo, I'll come train you for 2 weeks straight. You
Right.
getting ready for the draft? You
Yeah,
can
something
be-
like that. Yeah.
Whatever. Okay, I'll come. You just gotta house me, or you gotta pay for my hotel and whatever,
Right,
and
right.
we could work out all you want. You know what I mean? As long as I'm not losing money doing it.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh my God, sleep. Do me a favor, Zoom. Go in the hallway and see if you're out there. Don't close the door behind you, because it'll lock. All right?
This?
The one outside the other door.
Guy fell asleep during my podcast.
That's my guy. Yeah. Close the door, baby. The other door. So what's the next step, man?
Oh man, the next step is what I just told you: growing that business, getting it to a point where it's where I always envisioned it, as far as quality and all that.
So if the business grows, do you have to pick out every person individually to do what you're doing? Like, say the business does blow up. and then you have to hire more people that's like you that's gonna train. So you might have somebody hit you in Wyoming, and somebody hit you in the city, and then somebody hit you in Florida all at the same time. So do you want to have it to where like I do Wyoming, this guy does
No.
this?
Never.
You never want to do that?
Nah. Because I don't trust, it's like if you, all right,
Well, what
if
if-
you're a rapper, are
what
you
if-
sending somebody else to do your raps? No, you schedule it, right? You got a show here, a
Production
show
or
there.
beat wise though. If it was beats and I say, you know what, I know his quality of beats is fire, so I know I could send him down to Florida to work with Trick because I know that his quality is up to my par. So,
But Trick is not hearing that because Trick wanted Bill Blast. So that's the only thing. Like, I'll send other people if it was like that was what we were building.
right,
And I'll maybe have a whole department where it's like you can get like above max certified as a trainer and like you can do things like that.
No.
But
Close the door.
at the end of the day, like if somebody pays money for training, pay $100 an hour for training.
Right.
I send somebody else, it's a bad name. Like that's no good. Yeah,
But-
you pay for Drake and you get, you know what I mean, party next
could
door.
you ever put your trust in somebody? What if you work with this person and say,
I can put my trust for other things. Like people, I don't coach my after school program.
Right.
I don't coach all my teams. But for that one-on-one training,
right,
like that's
different.
me. Like if I'm
'Cause you
if
know-
I'm Hove, I'm the rapper. The Rock is
you
mine.
know
So
what
like
you can do.
we'll do State Property and we'll do the Dynasty album. Yeah,
Right.
but the Blueprint, like nah. A concert, like Bleak could open, but
Yeah.
like, he's gonna get his own segment.
Right. Do you ever think about balling still? Like maybe you ever get the urge, like, man, you know what?
I'm gonna play.
Jump back in the league.
Yeah, I'm gonna play. I'll make sure I stay in shape now and all
What about
that.
NBA wise? Do you plan on trying to get to the NBA? You still got years in you.
Yeah, the NBA, like there's a guy who's 32 or something like that. He played 10 years in the D League and he just got called up for the Lakers right now.
Right.
That's all well and good. I would love to.
Right.
I'm always gonna put myself in a position to, but I'm not like losing sleep over it if I don't, or losing sleep trying to get there. Cause it's bigger than that, man. Like I know guys who play in the NBA and they work at, you know what I mean, whatever corporate office. I know
Right.
the guys who played in the NBA or played overseas for a very long time and now like they living crazy. You know what I mean? Because they didn't put themselves in a position to control their own fate and be
Right.
successful. So I'm gonna go play when I'm in that position.
Right.
So if I'm in that position at 40, it take me 12, 13 years from now, then I guess I ain't gonna play. But if I go hard right now and it takes me 2 years, 3 years, and it's
Right.
like, dang, I'm only 30 right now.
Still.
These look good. I'm gonna go. Like I'll definitely go back overseas. I'm gonna go back just for the sake of free travel, lodging, and
You're
food.
going to do it, you say?
I'm gonna do it. Yeah, either next season, the season after that. I'm
Because
gonna do
Marbury
it.
was out there for a stretch.
Marbury's out there forever.
Is he still balling?
He just retired like last year.
How was Marbury?
He got a statue out there. He's
He
like,
was the king. He loved it.
The
You
king.
seen the documentary on that?
yeah,
Yeah, man.
like he did what was best for him, and like he had a better life. He was in the NBA,
Right.
like everybody wants to be. In the NBA, eating Vaseline.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like seriously, like
Yeah.
everything isn't for everybody. He hit a corner where he was like, yo, let me take control. Let me take my situation and do
Right.
it how I always wanted to do it.
What was that, China?
China, yo, he got a
Yeah.
statue in China, man. A statue, like he's forever. When he died, that statue is still there. He got
Yeah.
a statue in China, bro. Like, that's like
He won what, a few championships.
like
right?
that's a black man with a statue in China,
In China.
bro. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He took his situation and was like, nah, I'm doing it this way. He
Right.
could have dominated 2-3 years and tried to get back into the league.
He stayed.
Oh,
He
Stephon
loved
Marbury is trying out for this team. He's trying to make a comeback. Yeah, he took his butt over there and said, I'm doing it this way.
Yeah, do you think that his product sold over there? Like, you remember he came out with
Yo,
a
his
reason-
shoe was like the highest selling. Like, yeah.
because he made it to where it was cheap.
Everybody can afford it.
Everybody is affordable to ball.
And they ate it up over there. Like, he controlled his fate, man.
Right. You ever think about you think about taking that same path or
Yeah, but like my own way. Like, yeah, I'm gonna go. So like, even when I played overseas the first time,
Mhm.
could you imagine if I had a company to take with me? And by a company, I mean like a brand, a purpose outside of just playing.
Right.
I could have been playing in my games, but like also running camps, clinics, or training,
Yeah, 'cause
or
you got
even
this
just
knowledge
creating
now.
good content,
Mhm.
dropping stuff on YouTube for kids to do. Like I could have, you know what I mean? Like if I had this same mentality,
right.
you know, like they don't teach this in schools, you know what I mean?
No.
So you gotta learn it yourself. I'm so happy that I took this time to learn it, you
Right.
know what I mean? Because, you know, I mean, I might have maybe eventually learned it, like,
But maybe it's a good thing you did come out here and you got this whole
yeah, like now when I go back, Yo, it's gonna be different,
Way
bro.
different.
Like, I'm warming up in my apparel, bro.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean?
Everything is business. Is business. for
Everything
now.
is business from now on.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
everything is business, bro. Like when you know, we could have came here and talked about the NBA the whole time, like not talked about anything that has to do with my business. But best believe I was gonna be taking pictures, videos, gathering content, and an email blast was going out, and a Instagram post is going up, like podcasts. Oh my God, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Yo, it's people that come here. This is no offense to nobody. I haven't watched all 88 shows.
Right.
There's people who come here who are nobodies, right? But they have a talent. That's their business. They gotta push it. You know what I mean?
And that's my talent. I look for the nobody. I look for the guy that I heard on SoundCloud or YouTube and was like, yo, this song is great.
Right.
I'm just upset that nobody heard it. So let me bring them on. And let's let some other people hear it and get their thoughts on it.
The cool thing about now too, 2018, we all have the ability to do that on our own. Like that's the crazy part. Like
It's easy.
Yo, it's so easy. You know what I mean? And this is not a knock to what I do. It's not a knock to what you do. Anybody can write a book if they really wanted to write a book. Anybody can have a podcast if they really want to have a podcast. There's this thing out there called Google.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where it's like, all right, how do I do this?
It tells you what to do.
Yo, you take 30 minutes of research and
Some
you could
people
be an
have content,
expert in
man.
something.
Some people just ain't got the content.
Some people don't have it. You know what I mean? But
I always been a talker my whole life. My father has been a talker. She's a talker. Ain't that right? You act shy right now, but she is a talker.
yeah.
You know, friendly, always good with people. That's my thing. Just keep conversation, man.
And you turn that into business. You know what I mean?
Hopefully, business will arise.
Yeah, business will
I got a few
come.
things in the making. I'm looking. I've been slacking on the emailing process. You actually just gave me a boost when you said you sent out 1,000 emails. Just made me think, maybe I should send out 1,000 emails right now.
I got a job one time during one of the between when I was playing ball or whatever. I needed bread, right? You got to pay to eat, so I got a job real quick, and the job was like basically cold calling all day, trying to make sales and nurture accounts. Yeah, I quit that job so fast, bro. I'm like, yo, if I grab the phone book right now and called every family,
Right.
how many clients would I get
Yeah,
for
okay,
above
yeah,
max? Like,
yeah,
think about that. I'm going into somebody else's office from 8 to 5
Making
and
all these-
calling about some new technology or something.
Right.
Yo, if I did that same thing,
Saying I
I
got
would
the
make
best, yeah.
crazy
And just
bread.
So many kids.
Now, I haven't done that yet, but I know, like, if it all falls down, we could take it there. If you go
Right.
on Facebook and you go open everybody inbox, like, yo, do this, blah, blah. If you do that to 100 people, 5 gonna click whatever you
Yeah.
put, and 2 is gonna mess with it. In my instance, if it takes me, let's say it takes me 5 hours to send out 1,000 emails, right? And 100 people open the email, so 900 out the drain. Out of that 100, only 50 people read it, and out of that 50 people, only 25 click it.
Right.
Out of the 25 that click it,
Right.
only 3 people sign up for something.
Right.
They do a private lesson package of 10 workouts, $500. So I made $1,500 for 5 hours of work.
Okay, yeah. Mathematically, that's perfect.
Who's
Great.
not? Like, that's, you know what I mean?
That makes sense.
It's a matter of, like, effort.
Go check. Real quick. Please.
So that mentality is kind of just where I started just being a doer. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I'm gonna just do this on my own. Like, we'll figure it out. You know what I mean?
Right.
Not to say there's anything wrong with having a job and nothing like that. Get your money.
Get your money. I'm working right now, but hopefully,
No, get your money.
sometime in the future, this podcast can
Yeah.
take me to the next.
If a partner comes to you right now, like, yo, I want you to shout out our ads on the podcast. We'll give you this much. The only thing is, yo, we can't have you slacking. We need you to do this full time. And what they offered you was half of what you make at work.
Right. I'm gonna do it.
You know what I'm saying?
I've been trying
You
to
gonna
get
do
sponsors
it.
right now because right now the podcast game is flourishing. The only grand scheme about the good thing about mine is I'm already at top of it. I'm not at top, but
Yeah.
I'm 2 years in. So when
Yeah, these newbies is coming in,
everybody's
saturating the
coming
game,
in,
and it's
they
making
all
yours
doing
look
the
better.
same content. My thing is, my recipe is I just like to grab the up and comers. Anybody that's up and coming, I'll bring you on.
Yeah.
Give you the spotlight. So whoever looks on mine is like, oh, he has great content. He's looking for so and so and so and so.
Absolutely.
I got to do the 1,000 emails, man. I'm glad you said that.
Yeah, see, that's,
You
yo,
said 1,000 emails sounds crazy, but
there's nothing crazy. When you hungry, there's
when
nothing
you
crazy.
now that when you broke the math down, it's like
5 hours is a bitch, bro. Excuse my language. Like, emailing, bro, you looking at the screen,
I
you
got
cooped
time.
up.
I got time.
Shit, I got time, right.
I'm at work and I'm on my phone. Well, I'm at work driving, but I'm on my phone constantly, checking my emails, clicking music, looking for music when I can be shooting them emails out.
Yeah, man. Or it might mean if you in a week, if you sleep 1 hour less, in that 5 days,
Right.
that's 5 hours.
Exactly.
1 hour less a night sleep. So instead of going to bed at 10 or waking up at 7, you go to bed at 11 or wake up at 6. And in that hour, like have your email ready, copy, paste, send, copy. It's gonna be tedious. You're gonna be mad. You get that one email back, like, hey, this sounds good, or you know what I mean. One of those big rappers are like, yo, hey, I would love to be on it, man. Show love, Jersey. You like, okay. You know what I mean? Next thing you know, you got Fetty Wap sitting here or something like that because you sent out 1,000 emails.
I'm about to send 1,000 emails to the sponsors, 1,000 emails to a few labels and
Artists, yo, it's easy, yo. And the thing is, too, like, that's this podcast right now. I don't know what it's gonna do, but I did my I inspired you, right? You inspired me. We chopping up. Boom. I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna take this energy with me. You're gonna take that energy with you, and you know what I mean. Like that's the best part about. Yeah.
You should do a podcast, sports podcast.
I'm doing. So I have a group of friends from college. We play ball together. Like we have a group chat that we text and we just battle out all day about rap, politics, all that. And it's dumb funny, bro. Like it's one of the funniest. Like, yo, I just die laughing the whole day in text, bro. I look like cheesy walking down the street smiling and laughing, right? These are my boys. So I'm putting together a podcast starring all of us. It's gonna be the same thing. We're just gonna all be on the mic just arguing. Organized though, so you could hear what they were saying. But yo, the content's so good, bro. It's like sometimes I'm like, nah, this is done. We wasting time. We wasting our money. Like this is money we could be making, or just because it's such quality content. The stuff we talk about. So I'm definitely dropping the podcast, man. Try to inspire people, and two,
yeah,
like
you never thought of like an inspiration podcast, like. Just by you saying a few things gives me a few thoughts.
I'm gonna tell you right now what I'm gonna do on my podcast. It's already broken down. I have a whole podcast in my phone and on my notebook, like already broken down. So if it's an hour long, actually it's not gonna be an hour long. It's gonna be like 40 minutes. I'm gonna keep mine real short.
I wanted to do that.
Yeah, I'm gonna do like every Wednesday or something. But it's gonna have we'll have special guests sometimes. But basically there's gonna be like a 10 minutes where we do just straight inspirational and motivation.
Right.
It's gonna be 10 minutes of where we argue sports. You know, like the bell will go off, you gotta stop. Like we keep
That's fire.
You know what I mean? And then we'll argue rap.
Right.
We'll talk, you know, whatever. And then it'll be like a 10 minutes of anything. What's the anything for today? And we just talk about whatever.
Right.
Talk about girls, relationships. We might have one where all our girls come on and now it's 14 of us on the, you know, like just fire stuff like that.
Right.
Cool ideas, but it's going to be broken down. Every podcast is going to be 40 minutes. It's going to be 4 10-minute segments of the same thing every Wednesday.
Right.
Like a TV show. You turn it on, you know what to expect. So look out for that. But I don't want to be on here promoting too much because I got a lot going on.
Yeah, no matter. I'll promote it for you when you do it. Leave me alone, okay? We're going to get something when we leave here, right? Please? You sitting there saying you're hungry. I know that you're hungry. What you want me to do? Want some water?
No, that ain't food.
All right, when we leave here, we get some food. We about to be out.
Why can't you order some pizza right now?
From where? Uber Eats? You got this man talking about ordering it now.
Uber Eats.
He said food about. That's why she's hungry. How many times you said food, man?
Yo, man, I'm
You
hungry
said food
too.
a lot on
I'm
it.
hungry too, quite honestly. You're supposed to have some donuts or something.
Let's do something off topic, right?
Yo, Ruka, I want to give you a word of advice though too. You can get money easily by shouting out other podcasts. Just charge them. Just make sure the content don't conflict with yours.
Right.
But other podcasts, that's how a lot of podcasts make money.
Right.
Just a word of advice.
Word of advice. I see people they do a retweet and sometimes I don't want to like I see it on SoundCloud. They'll reshare
Someone else's.
I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
For one reason, because it clouds your.
It takes away, it oversaturates it.
It takes away your timeline. I want somebody to go on my timeline to see
me.
all of mine and be like, oh yeah, episode 54 was very, you know.
Yeah, no, I hear that.
I have no problem with if they want me to put it in the beginning of my podcast, which I do. I actually do it for free. If you ever watch in the beginning, I do Kinesis put in. They had a very inspirational story on here.
Yeah.
Too Much Sauce Food Truck, Shawnee's Hair Gallery, Get Snatched, and Get Touched. I had all of them on the podcast already.
Yeah.
What I'm gonna say. Are you still into music, as far as making beats?
Nah. So.
Because at one time you was kind of ahead of your time at.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, I was, but I take it like this because I'll be all over the place if I do something good and try to stick to it.
Right.
I think it just comes with when you're doing something, you go all into it. You really like lock in on doing that and like want to get better, right? Like I could have, like I think you showed me how to touch the keys, joking around. I could have asked a joke, and then okay, cool, that's it. But I was like, that was a joke, but it came out and it was kind of cool, and you know what I mean? And it worked out. I think it was more of a display of like my determination or like, you know what I mean, like OCD, gotta get it correct.
Because you had the sampling. Your sampling was a little.
Yeah, it wasn't whack, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
No, it
wasn't whack. I ain't gonna hold you, but I will get back to it. No, I will get back to it as a hobby. Like right now, I couldn't see myself taking time away from my business to make a beat.
Yeah.
But like with my businesses rolling and like I'm like an entrepreneur and I can kind of sit around and chill. Like that'll be my hobby way before video games. Like I'll touch keys before I touch 2K.
I gotta get into that because I touched
The Fortnite.
I hate Fortnite. Fortnite is trash. But I hop on the PS4, bro, before I even hop on my. Y'all get in the house and I'm about to make some fire. Even though I don't make beats, my mindset, I'll be listening to music and I'll be like, yo, this beats is so dope. Like, it gives me inspiration. Like, yo, I want to make some beats. I'll watch some documentaries on music. I'll be like, yo, I'm about to go home and tear this keyboard apart.
Yeah.
I walk in the door, I look at the PS4, I'll be like,
You always been into the PS4
man,
too.
get this out of here. I'm hopping this PS4, man.
Son, you used to leave the house, but like leave the PS4 on because you didn't want to lose wherever you was.
Man, listen, dog.
Used to be
games,
serious.
games is games. Yeah, and Young was ahead of his time too with the same rap.
Yeah, man. Was he? Is he still like? Was he?
I want to say family man, working hard.
Yeah, that's kind of what I
that
caught
comes
too.
first before.
Absolutely.
But I just was out there with him and Vo, and
What up, Vo?
yeah, Vo was very super business savvy, to be honest, man.
Yeah.
He got a lot.
He always been fast talking. Like you know what he talking about.
He got a lot of things going, man. I mean, I don't know last time you spoke to him, but
We keep in contact a little bit.
for what he's doing, I think you'll be like, wow, this, he's doing great.
Yeah, I gotta hit him, man.
Yeah, but I saw the young want to get back to the music though. They definitely do.
Again, like I said, it's never too late. We ain't.
They still love.
He's still young. Yeah.
They still.
He
love
got that voice, yo. His
Yeah.
voice is like nuts. He got like 4 of them.
I guess he gave up because he's like, man, ain't no money. You got a job, and it was a good paying job,
Yeah.
How
That
big?
happens, man. It's like I said, it happened to me. I don't like being told what to do. I don't like the idea of like, yo, something happened like with this company or whatever, and they gotta let people go who they let. You just never know.
I think about it all the
and
time.
now that I have a business, I peep. Like, yo, if business is slow for me, I be looking at my coaches like, yo, I might have to step in for you, man.
Yeah.
It might just be your last week.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
obviously if you work for a big company, that's cool too, but you don't control your fate.
Yeah.
You do not control
Somebody
your
else
fate.
does.
Somebody else
And
does, which is fine.
My
There
job
has to be that
goes in my
person.
face. I hate that. Oh, if we don't get this amount of numbers, we can lose this company. I'm thinking, yo, you really put my life on the line, dog. You telling me?
Yo, life, bro. Like you're like really your life on the line, bro. Like you can't eat. It's been time. Even I run my business. I don't work for nobody, but there's been times where because it's all in and that dictates your life.
Yeah.
I'll be hungry, yo, headache. Like yo, how am I gonna make money? But that you gotta think like. You lose that, and again, this is no knock to nobody that works. When you work and you get the check every 2 weeks, 1 week, whatever, you kind of lose that hunger. Like literally, you lose hunger. Cause yo, if you was making beats right now, you was making a little money from beats and stuff, and you was making it full time, and you was hungry, what you gonna do when you hungry? Tear that keyboard
I'm
gonna snap.
I'm gonna make something. I'm gonna be like,
Your
dog.
best beats was probably when you was hungry.
Yeah.
Your best beats was probably when you like, yo, nah, my daughter need, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, that's happened to me before too. I've gotten like, there's been times that I've lost that. Even in business, you start doing well, you kind of lose that. That hunger is my favorite part. Like I said, that's how we started. When I tore my knee, that was like, that's when.
Boy,
If I didn't tear my knee, I don't know if I would have went overseas. And I put that on mama. Like,
Yeah.
if I didn't tear my knee, I don't know if I would have went overseas. I might have been in a whole different mentality.
Things happen for a reason.
Yeah, everything happens for a reason.
I believe it's been an hour. Hey, Tim, where we at, Tim?
Teen sleep.
54?
Ooh.
60?
I got bars in me.
Oh.
Nah, don't do that. I'm playing.
Yo, let's get everything out. Your information, website, social media.
Yeah, so hold that book up. I got artmorrison3.com is where my book is. Also, you can find there all my businesses. I have the youth basketball training organization. It's a nonprofit. That's like my baby, my first business ever. But I took everything I learned from there, and I started a company called the Morrison Asset Firm that teaches and consults on small to medium businesses.
Right.
So like your podcast or whatever, people who have a talent and don't necessarily know all the nuances of business, I teach it.
Right.
Or I can consult you and walk you through it.
Right.
Or I'll just do it for you. We do services. So I do like printing and designs, graphic design, marketing, like we do everything. We want to, if you're a small to medium business, we want to just fill all your empty holes.
Right.
I have that. I have within that, I have an app coming out where you can design your own athletic gear.
Right.
It's real cool. So teams right now, the app hasn't released, but that company teams that I play against actually wear our jerseys.
Right. Okay.
Not, you know what I mean, like my company's jersey, I make jerseys for them.
Right.
That's a whole nother lane. I have mad stuff, just really entrepreneurial lately because like I fell in love with it through my coaching company.
Right.
So I started that in December 9th, 2015. And like I just fell in love with the whole business part. So now I want to teach it. I want to, like everybody needs to know this, especially in our community.
You got to tell them where you can find you though. On Instagram.
Yeah, Instagram on everything actually, at Art Morrison III. So
Art Morrison, A-R-T.
Yeah.
M-O-R-R-I-S-O-N.
Yeah, and then 3 I's for the third. Art Morrison III, at Art Morrison III. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all that. That's how you can find me. What you say?
That's all I'm saying.
It's all the same. Yeah, we gotta keep it all consistent.
ArtMorrison3.com as well.
ArtMorrison3.com as well. For my training company, if you go to any of the Art Morrison sites, you'll see it. But it's abovemaxbball.org. It's at abovemaxbball, Snapchat, all that. For the kids like Snapchat,
Oh, you have a separate page.
Separate page for that, yeah. That's a whole business. I couldn't have it on.
So that one is.
It's Above Max B-Ball.
Right.
At Above Max B-Ball. We got like 10,000 followers right now.
Right.
It's got a little traction. So that's a whole separate thing.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the baby.
Yeah, man. I want to thank you for coming through. Art.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, man. It's been a while since I've seen you.
Yeah.
Looks like you're doing great right now.
I'm doing well. I'm happy you had me because I was looking like, yo, Blast got the podcast.
I hit you up a while ago though.
Yeah, you hit me up
maybe a year ago.
It might have been a year. But I was away. I was in Florida.
Yeah, I was saying like, yo, whenever you come up.
Yeah, and I wasn't ready. That's the bottom line too.
Yeah.
My company wasn't at a point where I could sit down and talk about it, boast about it, send people to it. I'm like, nah, let me clean up these edges.
Right. Okay.
And that's why I hit you because I'm on a tour right now. I have like 3 or 4 other podcasts and radio shows just doing this.
I was like, perfect. I had somebody lined up for this Sunday already too.
Really?
See, yo, man, my guy's here. You got.
See, that's
gotta,
why I love you.
You gotta fall back. I gotta get this one off right.
Yeah, nah, I appreciate that, man. It's beautiful.
And we ain't mentioned his brother. We not.
Yeah, shout out to my older brother Jay Morrison, though. Real estate guy, kills it. Everything guy now. He's the same thing though. Real estate was his baby, but it opened up like that entrepreneur mind. So now he's doing that and he's targeting like, you know, the community, black community, Hispanic community, whatever. And like, that's his target. You know what I'm saying? Targeting the hood, cause like it's a lot of stuff we don't know. Right. It ain't fair, you know what I mean? So
he's damn sure doing the right thing.
Yeah, definitely.
And this is 89 and we out.
Peace.
I'm taking this, right?
That's yours.